Genesis chapter 49, 창세기 49장. Then Jacob called for his son and said, Gather round so I can tell you what will happen to you in days to come. Assembled and listened, the sons of Jacob, listen to your father Israel. Reuben, you are my firstborn, my might, and the first sign of my strength, excelling in honors, excelling in powers, turbulent as the waters. You will no longer excel, for you went up onto your father's bed, onto my couch, and defiled it. Simon's Levi was brother. Our brothers, their swords are weapons of violence. Let me not enter their councils, let me not join their assembly, for they have killed men in their anger. And hamstrings auctions as they pleased. Cursed be their anger, so fierce, and their fury is so cruel. I will scatter them in the Jacob, and disperse them in Israel. Judah, your brothers will praise you, and your hand will be on the neck of your enemies. Your father's sons will bow down to you. You are the lion's cub. O Judah, you are returned from the prey. My sons, like a lion's, he crouches, lies down like a lioness who dares to arouse him. The scepters will not depart from Judah, nor the rulers step from between his feet, until he comes to whom he belongs, and the obedience of the nations is his. He will tether his donkey to a vine, his colt to the choicest branches. He will wash his garments in wines, his robes in the blood of grapes. His eyes will be darker than wine, his teeth whiter than milk. The blondes will live by the seashores and becomes a heaven for ships. His borders will extend toward Sidon. Scare is a raw-boned donkey lying down between the two saddlebags. When he sees how good is his resting place, and how pleasant is his land, he will bend his shoulders to the burdens, to submit to forced labor. Dan will provide justice for his peoples as one of the tribes for Israel. Dan will be a serpent by the roadside, vipers along the path, that bites the horse's heels, so that its riders trembles backward. I look for your deliverance, O Lord. Gad will be attacked by a band of raiders, but he will attack them at their herds, hills. Asher's food will be rich. He will provide a delicacy, fit for kings. Naphtali is to set free that bears beautiful fawns. Joseph is a fruitful vine, the fruitful vine near the springs, whose branches climb over walls with bitterness. Archers attacked him. They shot at him with hostility. But his bows remained steady. His strong arms stayed limbers because of the hand of the mighty one of Jacob, because of the shepherd, the rock of Israel. Because of your father's God, who helps you, because of the Almighty who blesses you with the blessings of all heavens above, blessings of the deep that lies below, blessings of the breast and the womb. Your father's blessings are greater than the blessings of the ancient mountains, than the bounty of ages old hills. Let all these rest on the head of Joseph, on the brow of the prince among his brothers. Benjamin is a ravenous wolf. In the morning he devours the prey, in the evening he divides the plunder. All these are 12 tribes of Israel, and this is what their father said to them when he blessed them, giving each of the blessings appropriate to him. Then he gave them these instructions. I am about to gather to my people, bury me with my fathers in the cave in the fields in Ephron, the Hittites, the cave in the fields of Machpelah, near the Mamre in Canaan, which Abraham bought as a burial place from Ephron. The Hittite along with the fields. There's Abraham and his wife Sarah was buried there, Isaac and his wife Rebekah were buried, and there I buried Leah. The field that the cave in it was bought from the Hittite. When Jacob had finished giving instruction to his sons, he threw his feet up into the bed and breathed his last and gathered to his people.